Outlander. It has been forever. I know. I'm sorry. I was busy, like, consistently for like a month. No sleep. It doesn't matter. Whatever. I'm here now. The good thing is, the title of these last 3 episodes of Outlander are words I can actually pronounce. So this is Season 2, Episode 11 of Outlander. Its title is Vengeance is Mine. Let's do it. You're working so hard on that wig and you screw it up, dude?
But I will not have my decision challenged by a junior officer.
Shut up. Is she like a dentist now? Oh! Teeth being pulled is the worst thing ever.
A coup kicked him straight in his throat. Says he didn't shite for a week for fear of being bitten.
That's crude and funny. Is the prince wearing a kilt? That's adorable. Y'all are cowards.
I'd rather be run through by a British...
She's getting upset. You're so mild-mannered and you are shouting. I like it. I like Jamie's leather coat. I dig it. Oh, I like it better when he's shirtless. Let's do this instead. Never mind. Oh, he's just perfect.
There's not much I can't see. Wake. Well, listen, daft and foolish, isn't it?
Hey, praying is not foolish. It's actually hot when you do it.
Read this.
Dougal, knock.
The prince also took your horse. He said he knew you wouldn't mind.
Gonna have to walk.
Angus had ripped that out with his front teeth.
He keeps thinking about Angus. Oh, people getting shot. Freaking redcoats, man. They right there. You didn't lose them. Ripper get hit? Dougal's so awesome. He got his eye shot out. You need your eye. Someone's in there. He jumped over that fence, and we got a good up the kilt shot.
I have to take out the bullet. It's a miracle it hasn't shifted into your brain.
This is getting crazy. He's yelling. Is he okay?
You're the judge! We have your man and your horses!
Give him back, jerks.
Maybe I can bargain with him. Give myself up in exchange for your freedom.
No, don't be a hero. Yeah, don't be a hero.
Help! Save me!
Bloody hell, they've got an English woman in there.
Not an English woman.
Exchange me. Use me to bargain with them.
Smart chick.
Send her out! Now!
You're a bad hostage. Not likely.
Dougal knows what's up.
Am I not Lady Rockturok?
She's like, do you know who I am?
Well, how am I supposed to look?
But then again, less guilty.
That's just her face. Don't go away from each other. I mean, I love his hair, but he really should cut it because it's memorable. They're looking for him.
Resume your lives as peaceful, loyal subjects of the crown.
Why? I'll be glad to. As soon as the troop king is wearing that crown.
Okay, Dougal, don't push it. Back in the day, they just were like, hey, on honor, don't kill me, okay? And people just didn't, because they had honor.
You can order them, you cannot order me. We'll go and find it together. You'll need help getting her out of the garrison. If it can't be me.
That's such a good group of dudes. Is that Jamie's friend with no tongue? His wanted poster on the door reminds me of the movie Tangled. They could never get his nose right.
You look like you could do with warming up.
Hey, quit being creepy.
It's time to go, madam.
You sit in that chair all night? She partied too hard. She fell asleep in a chair.
Get away there.
No, don't do anything. Don't push him around.
Really? I'm shocked that a king's officer would behave in such an unchristian manner.
Oh, called you out.
I still don't understand why we're going to Belmont instead.
Claire's so good at this.
Belmont it is.
She's like, tell Jamie, Belmont, okay?
Who did you say lives here?
Who lives there?
Addressing the Duke of Sandry.
Oh my gosh, she went to the Duke's house.
He requests your courtesy, giving temporary shelter to Mrs. Beecham.
He's like, Mrs. What?
You mentioned a drink.
Yeah, I want a drink too. I'm gonna pause this. I'm not as classy as them. It's beer.
So, now we're traitors, murderers, and horse thieves.
It's good to be well-rounded.
You have only the one servant, Your Grace.
What are you, poor or something?
A bit tight at the moment. Cook is only here 3 days a week.
How do you manage?
When were you a guest at the Tower of London?
He just goes to visit for the dudes.
Well, as I want to be rescued too, I'm coming with you. And that
No one invited you.
but in my heart, I'm a Jacobite.
I'm reasonably sure you don't have a heart now.
Burn.
I must have your word that Jamie will extract me from my present situation.
Back in the day, things would have been a lot easier if they had cell phones.
Gaelic? Do you speak that barbarous tongue?
You speak it now? That's cool.
Mary.
Mary, what are you doing there?
My lovely goddaughter has some exciting news of her own. She's to be married.
Oh.
You're his goddaughter.
Everyone's related to everyone. I had to pause it. There's some dude selling ice cream outside. It is all my willpower not to run out there. I'm sorry to tell you, Mary, but you don't get to marry for love in those days. You just gotta deal with it.
You there? Are you...
Monroe, don't run away, honey.
Wait, Monroe! I'm looking for...
Oh, Monroe, you're scrappy.
Customarily, I'll be given a tip on delivery.
Here's a tip. Don't corner people at nighttime. Oh, you're that blotch hand dude. I knew we were gonna figure out who the blotch hand dude was. Claire's gonna kill you.
She recognizes you.
Your Grace, I promise you I took all precautions.
You put them up to it.
What? What?
Oh, God.
Dude, you're so shady.
The Comte Saint-Germain.
Pretty evil boat guy. I saw his clothes.
That simply having you raped was sufficient revenge for the loss.
You are a monster.
You should really be very grateful.
She gonna kill you all. She gonna kill Bill, you guys.
So, when I told the captain that I was expecting Red Jane...
Why do y'all even trust him at all? Ever. Just find something and kill him. There's tons of pointy things in that house.
You got it from a messenger.
I love how Jamie understands the sign language stuff, too.
Yes. She's with Sandringham.
I love their shorthand. They know each other.
She's even misspelled help.
Well, you know, she doesn't write the language, so I'm impressed. You know what you should do, Claire? Set the house on fire. All the soldiers would come, show their hand that they're around the place. Plus, you get to burn up his stuff, and Sandringham sucks.
Me, go out in the night, meet a filthy beggar. Oh, Claire, I couldn't.
Do you know who I am? Dude, there's a door behind pictures. I want to live there.
Good evening, my dear.
So you're all quiet closing the door, but you didn't look around the room? You're in the kitchen. There's tons of knives. Stab him. Claire, just go. Why are you coming back inside?
Galt is a most distasteful man. No
But he's
sense of
pretty.
whatever.
Look at the knife. You should have gone for it first.
What the devil are you doing here?
I don't like you that much, Mary. Get out of my kitchen.
Go to bed. Now.
You're the worst.
Lady Bro-
The Duke is just like a Jedi. I just want to point that out. There you go, Mary. Get to work. Earn your keep. Claire's done a lot for you. Oh, there's a soldier. Oh! Never mind. It sorted itself out. He did a lot more than grab you. Well, his buddy did. Is he gonna pull that red coat over the fence like Assassin's Creed? He did it exactly like Assassin's Creed. He didn't have the, like, hidden blade, though.
But it was so dark, and I was so scared, and I was afraid of the soldiers, and I just couldn't.
For God's sake, just go to bed.
He's in no mood for you. Yeah, put your wig on. You have company. Jamie, it was really romantic how you ran in, but what were you expecting to do?
This is the man who attacked us in Paris.
Poor Mary's like, what?
It wasn't my fault. You made me do it.
It's true. He arranged the attack to pay off one of his debts to
Y'all both are gonna die.
That's a lie. Rape was your idea.
Oh yeah, Jamie's gonna kill you. Mary's gonna kill you. It's gonna be awesome. Myrta's gonna kill you. Everyone should just kill him. Everyone should join in. Haha, good job, Mary. I like her a lot more after she plunged that knife into that dude. You got axed! Myrta looks so much cooler with blood on his face. Oh, you just cutting his head off. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He got cooler, too, holding up a severed head. Murta's like that cat that brings you a dead mouse and puts it on your doorstep, and you're like, thanks.
I think we'd better go.
Probably. That dinner party got fun. Dude! Got his head cut off. I love that, like, the opening scene of this episode was someone, like, tending to a powdered wig, and then the head falls off the table. It's perfectly paired to the last scene. So here's the thing. I have to go around and meet my buddy soon. I just never have time anymore for anything. That mixed with the fact that I had one beer and not enough food today, so I'm feeling kind of silly. I'm going to try to wrap this up concisely. Basically, the Jacobite Rebellion people, they've made some good progress, but they're getting, like, right up to where, like, hey, we could totally win this. But everyone's like, hey, let's go home. Let's just call it a night. Let's run back home. Jamie and the prince are like, no, we can totally do this. Let's just do it. Let's take it. They're not backing them up, so they don't have enough people, so they're all just gonna go home, and they're like, crap. This is not going as planned. Claire's been doing, like, dentist stuff and, like, medical stuff and being all doctory a lot. Then there's a scene where Jamie's, like, praying over Claire, and it's really sweet, and aww. Then Dougal shows up, and he's all mad about something because he got a letter, and it's basically telling them all to go ahead and, like, prepare for the troops and the armies that are going places, and they're basically just being, like, sent off. The prince and all of them just left in the middle of the night, didn't even say bye, and took, like, most of their crap. Then there's a couple different things of, like, Rupert just reminiscing about Angus, and it's sad, he misses his bro. So Jamie and Claire and all of them, they go riding ahead. While they're camped out, some redcoats start shooting at them, so they have to run off. They're being chased by redcoats. Rupert gets shot in the eye. They give the redcoats a slip. They find this church where their other buddies are hiding out, and they go inside, and she, like, really quickly doctors up his eye, pulls the bullet out, gives him an eye patch. He looks kind of cooler now. Then while they're in the church, they get surrounded by redcoats, and Jamie's like, hey, I'm a wanted guy. If I go give myself up, maybe they'll let you guys go. And Claire's like, no, I'm responsible for these guys too, so I'm gonna start screaming and pretend I'm a hostage, and then you can, like, barter me for your freedom. Jamie don't want to do it. Dougal's totally down to do it. Dougal goes out there, makes the deal. They trade off Claire, but before they do, they're like, okay, go to this certain place, and we'll meet you there, and we'll come rescue you. And she's like, alright, sounds like a plan. Claire goes and rides off with the redcoats. They stop in this town. While they're in that town, Jamie's old friend Hugh's his name, right? He's there. He recognizes Claire. Claire spends the night there. Most of the redcoats leave, and she has one guy who's going to escort her to somewhere else. And she's like, wait, that's not where Jamie's going to be looking for me at. And then she sees Hugh's there, and then she kind of whispers to him what the whole thing is. Like, Jamie's going to be looking for them in the wrong place. She says loudly where she's going, and then Hugh's like, I got you. I'll send a message to Jamie. When Claire gets taken to where they're going, it's supposed to be some British guy who's going to give her, like, asylum. And she's like, wait, who owns this house? And then she sees, it's the freaking Duke of Sandringham. They brought her to the Duke's house. She's been telling the redcoats that her name is Claire Beecham, and the Duke doesn't rat her out. He's like, yeah, come on in. The Duke kind of takes her in the other room, and over dinner, he's like, hey, so they think I'm a Jacobite sympathizer. And she's like, because you are. And he's like, not important. He says that his house is, like, completely surrounded by redcoats because they're kind of, like, setting up camp there because they're watching him because they don't know if they can trust him yet. He says he can help Claire get a message to Jamie, and in exchange, he wants to go with them because he's still a Jacobite supporter and he wants to get away from all the redcoats. Claire agrees to this because she doesn't want Jamie to just show up and, like, walk up to this house and see that there's, like, you know, redcoats everywhere and he gets captured and killed. She writes a letter to Jamie, but she writes it in Gaelic, which she ain't that good at. Duke gives it to a guy who smuggles it out and finds Hugh on the road and gives it to him. Claire's at the house, and then all of a sudden Mary comes walking in, and she's, like, the goddaughter of the Duke. Mary pulls her aside and is like, hey, so he wants me to marry some dude I don't want to marry. It's just some guy who wants to marry into the Duke's family, and I don't want to do this. Can you talk to him for me? Claire's like, hey, we might have a plan where we can escape, and you won't have to do that, so I'll see what I can do. I'll go talk to him, though. The Duke goes up to Claire later, and he's like, hey, so the soldiers said they're going to go away for a while. I don't know how far away they're going to go or how long they're going to be gone, but they're leaving. Then Claire notices, like, the Duke's little helper, butlery, valet? I don't know what he is. He's one of the guys that helps the Duke. She sees that he's got that blotchy birthmarky thing on his hand, and she's like, crap, that's the guy who attacked us in Paris. The Duke realizes that Claire recognizes the guy, and he's like, okay, all pretenses aside, yeah, it's him. He works for me. The Duke says that pretty evil boat guy wanted Claire dead. The Duke didn't want to kill Claire, so he's like, you know what? I'll just have them go rape Claire And that should be justice enough because, you know, you got his boat burned. He says that what happened to Mary was just, you know, oops, she was there, wrong place, wrong time. He also says that the troops are only withdrawing from his house because they're hiding to make a trap because he told them that Jamie is coming. Claire's married to Jamie, so they're all hiding, making a trap for Jamie to show up, and then they lock Claire in her room. Hugh finds Jamie and Murtaugh on the road. He gives them the letter. They figure out exactly what's happening, so they're riding off to Sandringham's to go rescue Claire. At that time, Mary shows up into Claire's room and, like, lets her out and is like, why were you locked in here? Claire really quickly explains what's going on, and she's like, I'm gonna need you to go downstairs, find the beggar dude, tell them not to come in because it's a trap, and I'm gonna escape out the kitchen. Mary's like, do you know who I am? I am a sweet wallflower of a girl. I'm not gonna do that. Claire goes running through the kitchen, and the Duke is in there, and instead of she should have just kept running, but instead she just sits down with the Duke. The Duke's being delightful and horrible at the same time, and he's mostly just annoying, talking about, like, how the pretty evil boat dude died and crap like that. She looks at a knife like she's gonna stab him with it, but he gets to it in time, so she still has to, like, play nice. Then Mary comes in and just annoys the crap out of the Duke, and so she's, like, being yelled at by him, and he's like, here, go to bed, take some food, go to bed. Mary's kind of like, you know what, I'm getting yelled at a lot around here, I'm gonna go help out, I'm gonna go in the front yard. She tries to go out into the front, and Hugh's there. She quickly tells him, you know, don't rush in, guys, it's a trap. That one blotch hand dude sees her and grabs her, but he didn't see Hugh, or he didn't see the, like, unconscious red coat at the front door that Hugh beat up. The blotchy hand dude brings Mary back into the kitchen. He's like, hey, she was trying to escape. Mary claims she was just trying to escape because she didn't want to marry the guy that the Duke set her up with. And it's around that time that Jamie just busts in the door. Blotchy hand dude grabs Claire with a knife to her throat. Then Murtaugh comes in. Everything's kind of turned around. Claire does the old elbow to the ribs, gets away from the dude. Jamie's beating him up because Claire's like, he's the guy who attacked us in Paris, by the way. The Duke's saying a bunch of lies, like how he, you know, wasn't part of that and how he wouldn't want Claire to be raped. Claire's like, he is lying. So Jamie advances to him like he's gonna kill him. Mary, who's sitting there like, wait, this guy attacked me? She, without really much ceremony, not really making a scene, picks up a knife and stabs the dude in the heart. That dude drops. You take a knife to the heart, you drop. Jamie's like choking up the Duke, and he's like, hey, you say anything to save your own skin. The Duke's like, well, that stops today. And Jamie's like, yeah, it does. He just like kind of pushes the Duke towards Murtaugh, who's in a killing mood. Murtaugh just axes the dude in the head, chops his head off, picks it up, carries it to Claire and Mary, sets it down, and is like, vengeance is at your feet. Get it? Get it? There's kind of like an awkward moment of them just all staring at each other. And then Mary's like, I think we better go. They all just quietly leave the kitchen. We see the Duke's body there without a head, and then credits. Dude, I loved to hate the Duke. Like, every scene he was in, I just enjoyed not liking him. It was really satisfying to see his head get cut off, but at the same time, gonna miss him. So I have to go. I'm sorry I've been late on these. I'm gonna try to get them all up in the next few days because Comic-Con's coming up, and I'm gonna get even more busy, and I don't want you guys to have to wait longer. And at the same time, I don't want to wait longer. Like, I wait to watch these for the first time when I record these. I'm so upset that I'm behind. So if I forgot anything or left anything out, if you guys just want to talk about it, drop a comment below. Don't forget to do the things, rate, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you for being so patient. Until next time.